America, welcome to sports. In layman's terms, I'm your guy, Willie SoSo, and to my left we have
Stevie Franchise, what up, dude?
And to my right we have
TBD, I'm back in the house. Ew.
Yeah, man, y'all know what we do, how we do, and where we do it from. Beaming to you from our favorite watering hole, Snickers Pool and Pub in Lamont, Michigan. Coming to you with no coach speak, no media spin, just some folks at the bar with the drinks, talking sports just like you. Let's get on into it. Since our last show, Detroit Lions added another piece on defense, that being defensive end Peyton Turner. They also added another piece on offense, that being another offensive lineman in Ben Birch. Birch?
We're not going to start that.
You're right.
It looks like the Lions are taking a by committee approach to the needs that they have.
Okay.
Free agency isn't over. We don't know what's coming down in the draft. We don't know if there are any trades that may be made. But as it stands, how do we feel? You know what? I'm not even going to ask you.
Good.
Oh, how rude.
How do you feel about what the Lions have done thus far?
Thus far, I will say on paper, just on paper, I like the progressive movement as far as taking care of the gaps that can't get filled with drafts.
Okay.
I don't know if that leads you up to doing more things so you can have more weapons where you can do more things when the draft comes along. But again, I'm also the person of you never know what it's going to look like until you actually see it put together. Because again, this is still moving pieces. It does not even mean this is the solidified team or the solidified positions, but they're making certain acquisitions. Some people, I will say, I just like the fact that since, and I know this wasn't about it, love the fact that we got like the Pachecos and certain vets on our team where I feel like that can fill the gap where they're still a young team. Jameer Gibbs is still a young guy. Same thing when I'm around, but moving toward the centers and defense, I like the fact that it seems like what we're trying to do is give more depth because unfortunately our Achilles heel these last 2 seasons have been injuries when it pertains to our secondary and our D ends.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
I got a slightly different spin on it.
Okay.
I think we have integral pieces on the team already. We have in our receiving room, we got all pro.
Right.
And we have a MVP caliber running back.
Right.
On our defensive line, we have an all pro. And Aleem McNeil, second season removed from ACL tear.
He's moving good.
I think he'll be back to form.
I would agree with that.
So the complementary pieces that they're moving, I think it'll actually solidify an actual good team. And how good? I don't know.
And that's yet to be determined. So that's why I don't get too excited about some of this stuff. But I will say, just to kind of piggyback off what you said, you know I've always been the person of chemistry and all this stuff. I like the fact that you can tell they're trying to keep the nucleus of the team together.
Franchise. These pieces so far.
I don't know who they are.
Okay. Me either.
All right, next topic.
That'd be his thing if he don't know somebody. So if they would have got a bunch of people that you did know, would you feel better?
Maybe somebody that did something in the league.
But what if these people haven't? Just because you don't know them doesn't mean.
No, we're just doing
what you think we always do.
Yeah, we're doing the special. Oh, you got hurt a couple times? Come here, sign with me. Oh, you got hurt too? Oh, I got 3 times? Come on with me. Come with me. We got a plan for you.
So none of our players have ever been hurt because Aiden definitely was.
Well, a lot of our players are hurt because we always bring him in.
We didn't bring in Aiden hurt. Aiden's
probably the exception. McNeil. These are drafted players that got hurt. Okay, we drafted them. Let's talk about
Brian Branch
let's
wasn't
talk
hurt when we got him.
Yeah, but we drafted.
wasn't injury prone.
We drafted. I'm not saying these are people that we drafted. They don't have a history. I'm talking about people we bring either free agents. Did free agency ever end?
DJ Reed didn't have an injury history.
Well, they used one exception for the
Carlton Davis, when we got him, he didn't have an injury history.
Yeah, but he got good and we didn't want to pay him.
It wasn't.
You know what?
Okay.
Just like the downs line, the goalpost is always moving.
It is always moving. Always. America,
Down by one.
as franchise so eloquently put it.
That speech impediment, bitch.
No, because I was about to cuss at him, but I'm trying not to.
Okay, gotcha.
We don't know who these players are or what they are capable of.
Damn.
We also didn't know what Roy Lopez was capable of last season.
Oh, did we keep him?
No.
Nope.
We he was here last year on a 1-year deal. Sort of similar to a lot of the guys that we have this year. We also didn't know what Al-Qadim Muhammad was last year.
And Muhammad ended up turning out to be...
he wound up balling out.
Did we keep him?
Now, here's the thing. Here's the funny part about it. Last year, this same bullshit that he's saying right now, he said it about Al-Qadim Muhammad. He said it about Roy Lopez. And then they ball out, and now it's but they didn't keep him.
Well,
goalpost.
The good news is he's consistent.
Moving again.
I'm just putting out facts. Do we keep him?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't. And I'm also putting out facts that you say the same bullshit no matter who it is on the team.
But it's so easy to see it all the time. It's easy to say it all the time.
But guess what? You always wind up being wrong.
Got him!
If they turn out to be bust or not good signings, I'll be the first one to fall on the sword. But what I'm not going to do, and what I will advise fans at large to not do, is judge cats just because you've never heard their name.
Yes! That's it!
Just when you thought that you had never seen a football game on a Wednesday, the NFL said, hold my beer. The season opener this year will be on a Wednesday, September 9th.
For the Australian Seahawks.
Seahawks.
The Australian Seahawks.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. It's not the Australian Seahawks. The reason that the game is going to be on a Wednesday is because there will be a game in Australia. On Friday.
On Thursday.
No.
Is it?
On Friday.
No, I think it's Thursday.
No.
I think it's Thursday. I think it's
the game will be played.
Thursday American time or Friday Australian time?
Aha.
And that's why we're playing on Wednesday.
The game will be played in Australia at 10:35 in the morning on a Friday. But because of the time zone difference,
it's playing Wednesday.
It'll be Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. for us.
So why are we talking about Wednesday?
Because the season opener will be the Seattle Seahawks. That Australian game is going to be the San Francisco 49ers and somebody else.
I thought the Seahawks game was the Australian game. Is the Seahawks playing? Are the Seahawks playing in America?
Yes, they're home. That's going to be a home game for them.
They having Bible study?
The new tradition has become for the Super Bowl winner to open the next season up and get their Super Bowl rings and the trophy presentation and all of that.
Why does fuck they have to be on a Wednesday? Because
they don't want to interrupt the Thursday night game that's going to be over in Australia, which will actually be played on Friday.
Fuck a dick.
We could talk about the greed and all of this, but that would be redundant because everything that the NFL does is greed based. Franchise, do you have any thoughts about the hows and the whys of what's going to happen when the NFL season starts up in September?
No, not really. Because if it happened like every week, a Wednesday and a Thursday game, then maybe. But you know, we're all gonna be dying for football when September comes. We're all gonna be like, we can't wait for the first game to watch. Since it's going, long as it's like a one-time deal kind of a thing.
But this is the problem that I'm having. It's not going to be a one-time
We'll
thing.
see.
This is going to be a slippery slope.
But here's the
to
thing.
us fucking having football every day of the week, and it's not healthy for the players.
No,
it's not. Okay, so that's my argument.
But
I will say at one point, Thursday night was not a thing at one point.
Yes, until they found out they can make money off of it.
Exactly. So I
would not
be surprised if this becomes a little bit more of a constant, but I don't think that they're going to make it that way because then you kind of shorten out the because you got to think for the long plan. And the more games that are playing, the shorter your weeks are.
Right, and the only problem is you're looking at this logic.
Oh, that's fair.
From a money standpoint, if the NFL finds a way to make money by putting games on Wednesday or Tuesdays or Thursdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and to be fair and honest,
but I'll say this:
the only day that I can readily think of that we have not seen a professional football game played.
Friday.
Tuesday. They played on Friday.
That's because that's meant for tacos.
Well, we had one, but that was only for COVID year.
Because I was going to say...
But that was the only reason why.
But I don't think there was a game on Tuesday. There was a game on Wednesday.
I think there was. I think they might have posted
the Pittsburgh Steelers played a game during COVID on a Wednesday.
I think they might be leery. Well, during COVID, it's something you're talking about in 2021.
But it was
a COVID season. But okay, I get what you're saying. But I will say this. The likelihood of them keeping that up because, see, here's the thing. Most of the time when it comes to certain games like that, it's not even about the people that come to the games. It's typically about your ratings and how much money you can make.
And
a lot of people aren't able to do a Sunday all day, then Sunday night, and then Monday night, and then now you want to do Wednesday night.
That's what TV is for.
I feel like, though, because, see, they don't count the ratings as far as people that were able to watch the reviews or the replays. And they also need
NFL does. In fact, all sports leagues do. That's why they wouldn't be that opposed to doing it.
But I will say the other problem is some of these stations are going more towards streaming, so some of these games aren't. So they might be overcompensating for that because everybody does not have like the peacocks and that stuff to see some of these Thursday night games because everything don't show up on your network as if it's not your main team or something like that. The other thing that I'm thinking of is there are a lot of folks that rather watch YouTube now and watch reaction videos that get to see the clips and the highlights, and they're gonna fuck around and mess up.
All of that counts. That there's nothing inaccurate about what you're saying. All of that counts though, as far as their business model and ratings. They count it all. They count
I thought they counted differently for ratings and sponsorship.
No. Because the only thing they care about now, the Nielsen ratings and the TV ratings, they are slowly but surely starting to take a back seat because the revenue is coming from other places. It's coming from the streams. It's coming from the short form content and all of that.
I don't see them doing too much on Wednesday except for once in a blue moon kind of things because you're going to end up oversaturating the market and then you might make the consumer tired because think about it, a lot of stuff. If you think about a lot of NFL stuff, it comes during the times where most people have to get up and go to work the next day. So you don't want to bog out.
That didn't stop them from putting some on Thursday.
I get that, but that's what I'm saying. You don't want to bog it down too much because you already got Monday night. You have all day Sunday, and you have Sunday night football. And typically those games don't start until 8 and end around 11-ish. And that's on the early time. And then now you got Monday night. So give people some breaks, and then it's Thursday night.
No,
if you oversaturate it, it won't. And then you're making the season shorter.
Guess what happens? They paid this shit attention, crashed through the guardrails, said they don't care, and they're still creating content. At one point in time, you heard about football from September to February.
Correct.
Had time off, and then you heard about it from September to February. Football is now 24/7, 365. So don't be surprised if they decide to continue to oversaturate the market because they know that we're going to buy.
He ain't lying.
My biggest thing is sometimes when you oversaturate, you end up bogging down. Don't step on your own product.
They've been stepping on it for years, and they're making money hand over fist because we're crackheads. We watch football. That's what we do. directly after the last show, we come to find out that Cade Cunningham had a collapsed lung.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Cade Cunningham had a collapsed lung.
Okay.
You heard the shit wrong, did you?
No, nope, we won't do this.
You heard the shit wrong.
I did not. It sounded like you had too many syllables and collapsed. Collapsing.
Cade Cunningham had a collapsed lung.
Okay, and she sells by the seashore.
You know, just say Cade Cunningham had a lung go fall down, go boom. Okay?
I have.
Okay, he had a lung go fall down, go boom. Okay.
I have my own. I have my own personal belief as to what. No, I'm trying not to generate a conspiracy theory for no good goddamn reason.
But that is what you're doing, because what the fuck do you think is the problem?
Not that it means anything, but I truly think that our medical staff fucked them over.
What you mean?
I think they collapsed his lung. I don't think that the play that he went out of the game for when we were playing the Wizards, I don't think that's what collapsed his lung. I think it was something else.
You think they gave him too much CPR?
They did, in treating him, they did something to collapse his lung. That's what I think. Just me.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
In lieu of Cade Cunningham being out, Detroit Pistons promptly went on a 4-game winning streak that is in progress, as evidenced by TBD. Now, the thing about Cade having a collapsed lung is there really is no timetable for when he's coming back.
Correct. It's all based on how he heals.
Mm-hmm. Hypothetically speaking, let's say we have to start the playoffs without Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
How far do you all think we go without him?
At least semi. At least semi.
Eastern Simmons.
I don't know they get out the first round.
You don't think they get out the first round?
I think we do.
They may have like a 7-game series first round, but I don't think they get out.
The way it's set up, I think we do make it to the Eastern Semis. I don't think we make it to the.
I don't think we make it to the
finals. I agree with you on that.
But that's still just hypothetically, because I'm watching how they playing now. I think that if we did make it, would I be surprised? No. I will actually be very empowered. But I will say, as soon as they talked about Cade, just contemplate. I'm not willing to do all of that, because he's an integral part of the team. I'm not gonna sit here and
he's a focal part of the team.
But he is not the team.
You're 100% right about that. Agreed.
And he has not done this by himself. And it's been games where he's only scored 10 points or 11 points. Or it's only been games where he only showed up literally in the fourth quarter. And we weren't even down by that much, because the rest of the team, we're a functioning team. However, I will say, by him being the leader and the heart and soul, it's just something different because there's been certain moves that only he can make. And I will say, I'm glad for like a Dennis Jenkins stepping up. I'm glad for Paul Reed because the way Reed can move, it's a very good, healthy team. However, them along with those pieces, if they only make it to the semifinal, because you need other moves to a certain degree. Especially since my only concern right now is Wimbledon and San Antonio, because other than that, I think they got all the other teams. It's just Wimbledon.
I'm as constituted, absent of Cade, I'm not even concerned about what's going on in the Western Conference, because I don't think that we get there. And even then, it would be a hell of a uphill battle. And speaking of uphill battles, as a result of Cade missing however many games he's going to miss,
he's out of MVP.
Is a very good chance that he's going to be ineligible for NBA honors and awards. Now, he's also being used as a poster child to say they need to cut this 65-game rule out. And America, if you don't know, in the NBA, in order to be eligible for awards like MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, things like that, you have to play at least 65 games in an 82-game season. Cade is at 61 and is in danger of missing the rest of the regular season. Now, here's the thing. Another MVP candidate is Nikola Jokic.
Thank you.
Nikola Jokic has played 57 games this season.
Nikola.
What?
Nikola.
Now who got the speech?
No, that's how you say his first name.
It's Nikola.
Nikola.
Sit your ass down.
In order for him to be eligible, he literally has to play the rest of their games. No room for error. Kawhi Leonard, sort of kind of like the same way. SGA, sort of kind of in better shape. He's played 70 games.
And they had all those people still listed as MVP candidates, and now all of a sudden,
Yeah, because they're I mean, they still have Cade listed officially because we don't get to make that decision until the end of the season. But do you all think they should redo this 65-game rule? Because it's not like Cade is out on some load management shit. It's not like he's resting.
Mm-hmm.
He had a collapsed lung.
right?
And in an NBA PA,
Right.
they're like, yo, we look at Cade. They use Cade Cunningham as an example. Like, he's playing.
There's a giant
out.
difference between an injury versus you sitting down for a better draft or whatever they. Yes.
Yeah. Now, so with that said, do we think they should revisit this and revamp this 65-game rule?
I won't say revamp it as far as the number goes, but I do think that there needs to be caveats at it, because if you've been playing all of the season and you have some type of weirdo injury, because there's a difference between you ain't really been playing all the beginning of the season and now they start bringing you in because we're getting closer and closer to cinching a playoff spot. You can tell the difference between something that's strategically done because you're getting older, so we don't want to play you because the likelihood of you getting in, you know what I'm saying?
I just want to ask, how do you tell the difference? If one injury report says you have a calf strain,
I'll say this.
how do you tell the difference between somebody that's sitting out for load management and somebody that actually has an injury?
Because when it gets closer and closer to playoffs, my only way of quote unquote telling, from my own point of view, is literally I watch what the roster looks like when you get closer and closer to a playoff season, because I feel like if you weren't close to cinching a certain seed, you probably wouldn't see that person play, because then it's like, why even try to make your injury worse, or because we ain't gonna have a postseason anyway. But those that are getting real close and we just need that one, and now all of a sudden you see them getting more playtime and playtime and playtime. That to me is when you can kind of because.
But that's subjective.
That's
the only reason I asked.
Yes, that's the only reason why I said that it is subjective. Now you can have a necessary level of logic when you look at stuff and come down to reductive and deductive kind of.
Yeah, but that's a slippery slope.
I
and we're
agree.
talking about a collective bargaining agreement issue.
I agree. But I also feel like, especially if we look at certain teams, if anything, I would look at some of the teams that are quote unquote guilty of like literally quote unquote throwing the season. Your record is still good enough so you can still have some decent draft choices, but you don't want to post. You can see how they move and position themselves.
That's a whole nother issue though, but that walks off into the issue of tanking.
Correct.
But we're talking about the issue
like
of load management.
Just as a fan, it's more speculative than it's like. So I will agree with that.
And that's the only reason I bring it up.
Okay. No problem. Okay.
Franchise, what do you think they should do?
I don't have a great answer for this right now, but I'm thinking there's got to be something in the equation of how many healthy scratches were you. You know, part of your game's missed. You know, like say if you say you played 64 games, so now you're ineligible for anything. But you had like a torn rotator cuff, so you're out, say, for 20 games.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had like 3 games of healthy scratches where you sat down. And if you still haven't got to that 65 game, then you shouldn't be eligible whatsoever.
So
I'm just wondering if there's like some kind of equation with the healthy scratches, if they can kind of come up with a formula.
So
you know,
you want to set it to where you penalize healthy scratches.
Yeah. Okay. Especially if the healthy scratches are on the road.
Okay. I dig it. I dig
I'm
it.
not saying I'm not sure gonna be right or wrong, but like I think
That's not a
maybe
foul?
that might change something a little bit. I don't know.
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Okay.
But I also think that what that is going to do is literally cut down on the number of healthy scratches that we see.
Right.
It will cut down on the term load management. But what it's also going to do is increase the number of speculative injuries
Correct.
that you find players having. I don't think they should reduce the number. I don't think they should. 65.
No, they don't need to.
I in fact, I want them to increase the number because that is going to cut. I think that will cut down on the number of healthy scratches because you have to account for the possibility that a player actually might get injured.
Right.
I guess my mentality is, if you're the MVP person, if you still, let's say you played 63 games, but each game that you played was a pivotal mark in your team stuff, to me, that's where most. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be a person that missed majority of the season and you had like 12, 13 great games. I'm not being that naive about something. But if you are the most valuable player, and we're looking at those metrics, that means your presence does mean something. Because even if you play all these games, then you have to equate to the games that you have that are bad games or not so successful games, because we're all human. We all jack up or whatever. I don't need them to change the game, but I feel like look at each individual injury as, damn, that was catastrophic, but you still were, like, I don't feel like you should be penalized because you have an actual, let me not say actual injury because I don't want to sound,
I get what you're saying.
Because there's a difference between a bruised thumb and elbow, so you're taking protocol and precaution. And so, no, you can't play because you can't shoot as well, and a fucking collapsed lung.
I dig it, but again, that is subjective.
Correct.
And it's always going to be subjective, especially to us as fans.
Correct.
From a business model standpoint, there is no way that the business of the NBA is going to be able to delineate between.
That's a good vocabulary word.
I tried. Shout out defense.
And speech impediments.
There's no way that, from a business standpoint, the NBA can delineate between what is an actual injury.
Exactly.
And
there's
no escaping it.
Correct.
That's just an unintended consequence. You get hurt. It's unfortunate. That's an unintended consequence.
But I feel like that should, especially this. Now, it's one thing to get hurt in the very beginning of the season, and then you have more than the end of the season to really make it up. But the way Kane got injured literally is getting closer and closer to the post game.
But the timing of it doesn't matter. You get hurt in game 1 and you sit out 17 games, you still can't play 65 games. Whether it's at the beginning of the season, middle of the season, or at the end. 65 is the number, and you wouldn't be eligible.
I think that there is a level of judgment that should be added to that, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they could try, but whatever level of judgment is going to be subjective. The NBA is bringing in 2 new teams. I think it's going to be 2029.
I believe so, yeah.
2029.
I must not read.
We're here. But they're bringing they're bringing back the Seattle Supersonics, and it is official that they're going to be the Supersonics.
All right.
And that was the Oklahoma City, right?
Yes. They're also putting a team in Las Vegas.
Oh, to go with the ladies.
Go with
the game of bitches.
It's inches, okay? Inches.
Ladies
should know that.
Tomato, I say tomato.
Ladies should know that.
He said inches. So here's question number 1.
Nasty bitch.
Here's question number 1. What should the new NBA team in Las Vegas be named?
I like the Outlaws.
You like the Outlaws.
I don't know. Shit, the ladies' team is called the Aces.
Aces.
Call them niggas the Kings. I don't know.
Called a what?
The Kings. I know you got the Sacramento Kings, but fuck it, they in the same state.
Well, no, you can't do
Can't
that.
do that.
You can't? It's
No.
illegal?
No, you can't have two teams
Same
called
name.
the Kings in the same league.
Why?
It's just not right.
But there's no rule.
I'm pretty sure there probably is.
It's an unwritten rule.
And if not,
If you have
that's probably-
Cardinals and okay, so if it's the same league, then it's a problem because I think Aces and Kings is cool. Stick with the whole car and casino
I
thing.
see what
Okay,
you're doing.
fuck it. Call them the Las Vegas Roulettes. I don't know.
Which, for the record, that's actually a suggested name.
That's a horrible whack ass name.
It
I was
absolutely
being
is.
an asshole.
But it is actually a projective name.
Well, call them the whole ass niggas jackpots. I don't know.
Also a projective name.
Oh no. I'm out here just striking 2 for 2 and I'm being facetious.
Yes.
Okay. So Vegas.
While you think about that, and to go with the card motif that you're using, there
the
is
Queens.
wow. That would be quite progressive. I see.
I think the Kings is good, but whatever.
I'm pretty sure Spades is out of question.
What?
There is
I almost said
absolutely
spades.
no fucking way. Which, unfortunately, that's one of the projective names.
Yeah.
If
Which
you
is gonna
don't
be
want
gay.
any black fans, don't call your goddamn team the Las Vegas Spades.
That's right.
No
Pick up a
way.
history book.
There's no way that something would
That is bullshit. You're not. That's one of the projective names. You fucking kidding me? And that's literally what I was about to say.
That's
That is
horrible.
absolutely horrible.
So they can't call them Bucks either, huh? Because of the dollars.
Well,
Because
no, they
Milwaukee.
can't call them. Well, yes, that's the reason why. But I see where you were going.
Just call them the gamblers. Fuck it.
Also, probably not a good idea.
Why?
They're in bed with the gambling and the casino.
They gamble. What the fuck
Yeah,
are we
and
talking
last
about?
year they literally had to throw one of their players out of the league for life for gambling.
Oh,
Probably
well.
not a good option. I
These motherfuckers just got rid of the Indians, not of the Guardians in baseball. What the fuck are we talking about?
two different leagues, and
I know
they
different
had to
leagues, but
get
one
rid
is
of it.
way more offensive than the other. Call a
Yeah,
nigga
and
a gambler.
And they got rid of it. I'm
Okay,
not
fuck it. Call them the Knights, because Las Vegas Knights.
Well, except for there's already a hockey team called Las Vegas Knights. And the ironic part, she knew this not. She did not know that when she said it. That's the amazing part about that. She didn't know.
So he probably shouldn't have the blackjacks either.
Well, spell their Knights without the K.
First and foremost, also one of the projective names.
How many
And
people out there do
B,
this shit?
and B,
Well, don't
blackjack
call 'em
is a
poker.
whole hell of a lot less offensive than spades.
Okay.
So that we're clear on that.
Right.
I don't know what the hell to call them. I'm just
Just
interested
call
to
them
see what
motherfuckers
they-
the
Only
nose.
other one I've heard that, on a serious note, that like doesn't about gambling or anything
Oh,
like
you're being
that,
serious?
is like the Las Vegas Venom.
I've heard that.
That's gay.
Yeah, I mean,
FCC,
Venom and
please
Outlaws
don't.
are probably the only two that
Please,
I've
please
heard.
They
don't.
don't mean gay in a homophobic way. I know a lot of gays, and gays would agree with me. But when I'm saying, call them the Las Vegas nose.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
America,
Casinos.
It's been nice doing this show with you. Oh God.
Oh, Trump's gonna cancel us?
Can you call them toots?
Let me get away from this topic real quick.
The Las Vegas toots?
Let's
What about ranchers? Because they got bunny ranchers, you need ranchers.
America, I apologize.
Las
This was
Vegas
a
Red Line.
horrible.
Red Eye. Take the Red Eye flight home.
Las Vegas shooters. Oh shit,
Yeah,
the
no,
shooting.
don't do
oh,
that.
Oh shit.
Don't do-
Oh no.
Okay, yep. And
I was
this
thinking- I
concludes
thought- I
our
was thinking
brainstorming.
I was thinking
That-
about
March Madness.
indubitably.
We got through the first weekend, and for all intents and purposes, there were no Cinderella stories.
At all.
Not a one.
That's
Michigan
just
State's
real
not
fast.
Cinderella story?
Huh?
Michigan State's not Cinderella story?
There were a 3 seed.
But this
What
one got
team did
past
you
first
just
two
say?
rounds. So now it's starting to
I
now
really,
it's a
I really
Cinderella.
feel like this level of fucking
What team did you
trolling
just
and
say?
antagonism is unnecessary.
What team did you just say?
And he
Spartans.
said Michigan State.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on some hater shit.
Well,
That's
okay,
all.
I mean, they got to the Sweet 16, first time in a long time. Cinderella.
That's fair.
This is some hater shit.
But that's not
I've ever
Cinderella.
seen.
Shut up. Shut up, franchise.
But that's been the story though. The no Cinderellas and all of the pundits are chalking it up to NIL. First off,
No,
does
that's
anybody
bullshit.
believe that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so why do we think that it's sort of kind of been, for the most part, chalk?
I'll say this. This is one of the reasons why I love NCAA and March Madness. You have one or done moments.
Mm-hmm.
Everything ain't gonna always be, oh God, the number 16 seed upset at the number 1 or number 2. Sometimes it just.
Yeah, but you normally have
Or you
one
don't.
or two. And
So what?
So last season, that theory applied. The season before that, though, the final four
was like every
consisted
bottom
of
seed.
a 4 seed, a 5 seed, an 8, and a 9.
Yes. But you get one chance to do it. And you can also have, just because you're the number 9 does not mean I play a horrible game. So you can have a great game. It's one or done. It's not like it's best out of 5 or best.
You're right.
So with that being said, sometimes the chips actually do fall where they may.
Fair enough. And so it doesn't bug you that it's going to wear this franchise?
Not at all. I actually be looking for the number. I look for the upper high ones to do what they're supposed to do.
Okay. I think it does kind of do something a little bit than I only because I think the players that would probably leave and go play for a smaller school to get some more playing time are not staying because they're being paid to play and stay.
That's fair.
I mean, but I'm not saying it's all that. But I'm just saying now that schools
rebound, goddammit.
Maybe schools now that can afford these guys, they're staying. But I also think the fact that NIL is going to screw up continuity unless you got a really good, coaching staff and cultural thing, But no, I do. I believe it has something to do with NIL because people that would normally leave, if I go play, I can go to another school, but I'm not going to get this $500,000 contract.
Yeah, you're not going to get from, and I don't know why I always wind up picking on Tulane when this kind of thing comes up, but you're not going to get that money from Tulane that you get from Indiana or Kentucky or Duke. I get it.
But my mindset, even still saying that, you stay somewhere, but that doesn't even mean that you're guaranteed to even progress even further. You're just staying at a school longer. I'm just looking at the end game of sometimes you win, but I will say I do appreciate that these boys are getting paid because if you can use their likeness and you can sell merch, they do need something. Yeah. But that's not the issue at hand.
Right.
But my biggest thing is, even if I did decide to stay, I can still get put out or I can still make it.
Yeah, but teams are paying for the talent. Like, for instance,
they should.
Michigan. 4 of their 5 starters are transfers from smaller schools.
Good.
Including their All-American player, Big Ten Player of the Year.
So
which, fine, but that sort of kind of reinforces the point that franchises make. You come from a smaller school like UAB where they cannot pay you. Mm-hmm. Michigan can. So now you have this otherworldly talent that was at a smaller school. Now he's at one of the, for lack of a better term, blue bloods. And when the tournament comes up, the smaller schools that made it into the dance don't have a shot. My thing about it is, yes, NIL is a huge factor in why the tournaments are starting to look more and more like straight up trouble. But if I were the smaller schools, I would deprive the bigger schools during the regular season of the chance. You want to balance some shit out? I deprive the bigger schools of an opportunity to play me and get fat, fatten up their record off of our backs. If I'm the Siennas of the world, I'm not playing the Gonzalez because these are the people that you bolstered your record off of to get that 1 seed or that 2 seed.
Right.
No. You want to play the big boys? Go ahead and play the big boys. And you got to play all of them. Don't leave us little guys out of it. Y'all don't want us in the tournament anyway. Leave us out of it.
I like where your head's at, man.
The same thing happens in football. You want to use the small guys. You want to use the Mercers and the Troys to bolster your regular season record to help your ranking. But then when it comes down to inclusion in the playoffs, you want to X them out. If I'm the smaller guy, no, I keep the $1 million. We can still fund our athletic department.
Okay.
Absent of taking $500,000, $1 million, $2 million to get our ass whooped by the bigger guys.
Understand.
And if you want to go ahead and get into the NCAA tournament, March Madness, or the CFP, you're going to have to play a gauntlet. You're going to have to run the table against all of the Ohio States, against the Michigans, the Alabamas, the whomever, because you're not going to get a win off of little old Arkansas State.
Okay.
You're not going to get it. Since you don't want us in there, no way, y'all go ahead and see what it looks like then.
Okay.
I guarantee you that these ideas will sound a little bit different after that.
Baseball.
Bit of a confession to make.
Oh no.
We have purposely declined speaking about Major League Baseball. Because Major League Baseball offseason is boring as fuck.
Like the Lions.
It is also not lost on us that in the midst of March Madness and the NBA season coming to a regular close and
Irregular close.
Regular close.
Regular close.
It's not lost on us that, hey, MLB regular season started today.
Now, what kind
We
of
do
fun
not
is that?
care about the fact that currently the New York Yankees are playing the San Francisco Giants. What we do care about, though, is as our season starts, the number 2 prospect in all of baseball, our Kevin McGonigal, is coming up and into the show. Franchise, you excited about that?
Oh yeah, I am excited about it.
You're excited.
I am. Because he's probably, what this team needs is hitting. And what McGonigal brings is hitting. So
He's a rookie.
yeah, and he's been everywhere he's gone. He's held his own, and he's beaten the odds. Not beaten the odds, but he has proven himself in every level of baseball so far. Even at the major league camp, I know they're playing against other major league teams, minor league systems, but he is facing major league pitching at point in times during the thing, and he's handled himself well. I'm excited for it, and
I just don't want to get. I'm not expecting
he's not the savior.
him
He's
to
not the
hit
savior. He's not the savior.
He's a rookie. Baseball of all sports, maybe hockey. You don't. It's almost a 0% chance that he just hits the ground and is Ken Griffey Jr. That does not happen. It just doesn't. So my expectations of him are measured. The other thing is, at least I know I'm interested in knowing how this works, is which Javier Baez are we going to see this season? Don't you dare call this man out of his fucking name. His name is Javier Baez.
Oh.
I'm curious. I do not know.
About buying ass?
You go the other way and call him out his damn name.
No, I did not call him out his name. I asked that question.
His name is not buying ass.
No, okay. Because no matter how I say that, it's going to sound crazy.
Buying? Fine. It does sound like buying ass. I get it.
But I'm the bad one. I'm the bad one.
Yeah, because you're doing that shit on purpose.
It's National Women's Month. I can get away with more stuff.
Yeah, not being misandric. That's sort of kind of fucked up.
She's such a fucking lady. Yes, I am.
I'm not counting on Javi Baez to hit you, but he showed me something last season, defensively, that he has to be on the field. And that's what I want to see from him. If he could give me just some semblance of what he did last season, overall, the aggregate hitting wise, and do what he did defensively, where we could use him anywhere and everywhere,
Shit.
I'll be good.
Yeah.
Fuck CJ.
Like I just want to be. I don't want to be first half hobby, but I don't want him to be bad half hobby. I want him somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
All year round.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
Some kind of consistency. And if he's in the field, like you got no corners for me because if there's anything like last year, if he hits better than Parker Meadows shouldn't even be on the lineup.
Well, he's coming up, so we'll see what he does as well. The other thing, of course, the big elephant in the room, as far as the Tigers are concerned, what are we expecting from Tarek Skubal this season?
Pitches.
I think he's going to be balling out because he knows he's going to get a major contract. I think he's going to. He might even go to the 7th inning this year. But
that's petty.
But who knows? I think he's going to ball out because he knows it's going to be his payday. It's going to be his payday.
I think that there's going to be somewhere in the middle because he's going to get paid regardless.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of kind of leery about who he's going to be, and I hope he has some sports integrity about himself to actually go out there and ball out like you said.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't do shit, he's still going to get his money because he's who he is. Last but not least, America, we got to do this. Let's get it on record right now. I'm setting the over-under on wins for the Detroit Tigers at 89.5.
At least you got the right team.
You're petty, too.
That's fair. With pretty hands.
I'm gonna go over because the division's weak and they play the division a lot.
I'm gonna go right through.
They say that division is weak every year, but guess what happens every year? It's a struggle for who's going to win the division, and somebody always takes off and then fizzles out at the end. Last season it was
their division and then Guardians,
and then the year before that it was the Guardians.
Yeah.
So, but you say?
I say over. I think this year. I
say over because I'm always a Detroit person.
Okay, well we are in lockstep there. I gotta be.
Not you.
America, Pistons game is still on.
America, put your kids away from the YouTube and the shares and all that stuff because Auntie TBD cusses.
America.
I apologize.
This has been sports. In layman's terms, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Let the world know that we're out here talking our shit. You can find our content on YouTube at Sports in Layman's Term, Facebook at Sports in Layman's Term, X at Lay Term Sports, and make sure you check out our short form content on TikTok at Lay Term Sports. For myself, Willie SoSo, and
Stevie Franchise,
and Auntie TBD.
Oh shit, you got a new nickname. This has been sports in layman's terms.